This is Rockin' Robert V. Conti, and here you are with Tom and Zeus on the Shout It Out Loud cast.
And reports tonight on how destruction is impacting the campus community.
Names of O'Hara Hall, Skid Row, T-Zone, Banff.
Badass motherfuckers.
Soft, sit on my face.
Drinking like fucking ass pre-gaming, as we called it. What is this dorm damage bill on our tuition statement?
Dorm damage?
Well, we only broke like 3 chairs and 4 desks this month.
Is that a positive thing? Bam! That's right. We're back with another spooky episode of Dorm Damage, the show where anything and everything is on the table and the table gets smashed. This is episode 117, and we have a monster of an episode this week, Zeus.
Yeah, this time we're doing the 1931 Universal film Frankenstein.
Frankenstein.
No, it's pronounced Igor.
Yeah, so last week was Dracula. Now we're making our way to Frankenstein, 1931, directed by James Whale, starring the legendary Boris Karloff as the monster, or as the credits show, ?
Yes, exactly. Boris Karloff is awesome. He was in one of my favorite movies growing up, The Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I know that story.
I absolutely love Danny Kaye. And it was on like Showtime or Cinemax or something when I was growing up. And I just ended up falling in love with that movie. And I'd seen it so many times, and Boris Karloff was in it. He was great.
Yeah. Yep.
And then you have James Whale.
Yep.
They did the movie about him. Did you ever see that? So James Whale, there was also that movie, I think it was called Monster with Ian McKellen.
Oh, Gods and Monsters.
Gods and Monsters. Thank you.
Yes.
And Brendan Fraser. And it had his background, his life and story and stuff. Mm-hmm. And then I always remember the movie with Ed Wood, where what's his name was complaining when the worst robbery of all time, where that guy, what's his face, won Best Supporting Actor playing Bela Lugosi.
Yep.
What was his name too? And I'm Martin Landau.
Martin Landau. Yep.
He stole fucking the Academy Award from fucking Samuel L. Jackson in Pulp Fiction, which is ridiculous.
I remember.
But
that.
Anyways, and they was talking Bela Lugosi was making fun of Boris Karloff for being Frankenstein, how easy it is to play that.
Yeah.
We'll get it all.
Little bit of a rivalry there, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of a detour as they started.
Yeah.
But Frankenstein comes after, actually, Dracula.
Yep.
And another Carl Laemmle production, and he's the guy that I was talking about last time, about the head of Universal. And this is based on the 1818 Mary Shelley novel, Frankenstein.
Yeah, she was 21 years old when she wrote that book.
Yeah, and then I didn't really remember, but we'll get to it when we get to Bride of Frankenstein.
Yep.
Where like she's actually a character playing herself in the movie.
Yep.
But it was something else. Like Frankenstein is almost as iconic as Dracula in pop culture. And the image and the thought of Frankenstein really comes from this, right?
And the other thing too, and I'm not trying to be that guy, but the legendary misnomer that Frankenstein is the man, not the monster.
Yeah.
But it's pop culture has kind of shifted gears over the last 100 years, where now when we say Frankenstein, we think of the monster.
Yeah, Frankenstein's the monster. You say, oh, there's Dracula, there's Frankenstein.
Exactly.
That, and it's also the last name of the doctor. Herr Doctor?
Herr Frankenstein?
Yeah. And again, what I think is probably my favorite comedy of all time, Young Frankenstein by Mel Brooks, just did this movie so much justice. It's so fucking funny.
Another character in this movie is our good friend Dwight Fry, who was Renfield in Dracula.
Who plays Fritz.
Yep.
And that character,
Fritz.
I can't wait to talk about that character. But the background of this movie is basically they are taking, Universal Studio is got this new niche when all the competition's going on in Hollywood, this niche of the horror movies.
Yeah.
And, obviously Dracula did well, and now Frankenstein is coming out. It's just so synonymous with Universal, these monster movies, right?
Yep. And Frankenstein, all those legendary characters have just been, for God's sake, there's Frankenberry cereal. It's just like every kid, little kids know who Frankenstein is. Kids still dress up as them. And it all started pretty much with this on-screen image of Boris Karloff playing the monster.
Yeah, and they wanted to have Lugosi in this too as well, and he was like, fucking took himself a little too serious about this. I will say this though, before we really kind of get into this, love the reaction we got on Dracula.
Yeah, me too. That was an excellent surprise. We know there are horror fans out there, but even people that aren't horror fans, I think the idea of us talking about movies was kind of a curveball for a lot of people. So I was happy to see that as well.
Especially these movies, though, really touched the nerve, and people want to hear us talk about the rest of them. And we're going to get to them. We will get to them. And, it's probably going to be a new Halloween tradition.
Sure. Yep. Indeed.
Yeah. So Frankenstein, the movie, begins very different.
Yeah.
So it has basically Van Helsing, the actor there, Edward Van Sloan.
Yep.
Comes out behind like a curtain, like as though it's a play.
Yeah.
And he gives a speech. And he says, "How do you do? Mr. Carl Lemley," I'm probably saying it wrong, "feels it would be a little unkind to present this picture without just a friendly word of warning. We're about to unfold the story of Frankenstein, a man of science who sought to create a man after his own image without reckoning upon God. It is one of the strangest tales ever told. It deals with the two great mysteries of creation, life and death. I think it will thrill you. It may shock you. It might even horrify you. So if any of you feel that you do not care to subject your nerves to such a strain, now's your chance to, well, we warned you." I kind of like that.
That's amazing. I love it.
Like they knew that what it was going to do to people. And then remember again, I don't think anybody doesn't get that the fact that this is 1931, right? When this is coming out. If you put this up now, someone would be like, "The fuck am I scared of? Some bad actor walking around?" Like you know what I mean? Like, but back then, they're hyping that shit up, knowing the effect it's going to have on people.
Speaking of hype, as we speak right now, this year, Guillermo del Toro, who's a pretty renowned director, if you know who he is, he's releasing a brand new incarnation of Frankenstein that's coming out, and Guillermo del Toro puts his personal stamp on stories. I don't know what it's going to be like, but I've seen some still photos of like kind of sneak peeks of it. Yeah. So everybody interprets this story differently. But like you said, back in 1931, I think a movie like this kind of needed that little kind of warning, because what they do on screen in this movie is vastly different than what they did on screen in Dracula.
Yeah. And Boris Karloff obviously is the standard, well-known Dracula, the face and stuff. You also had like Robert De Niro played a version of Frankenstein.
Yep.
There was a TV movie of Frankenstein. I remember when I was young and I watched it. I think it came out in 1979.
Yeah, there's so many
really fucked up shit.
Yeah. Well, it's a fucked up story. So depending on who's making it, they're gonna spin it their own way.
Yeah. So you basically start off. These are the Bavarian Alps.
Yep.
So you got the German, the fucking Transylvanian kind of aspect of the imagery. Everything is Transylvania back then. Everyone, the horror stuff.
It's got its own. It's like a very just like old and kind of creepy
people
like,
lederhosen.
Yeah, it's like a very like haunted, like Scooby-Doo-ish type of environment.
Yeah.
And they start these.
Yeah. No, a little German, and he's right over there.
He's Herr Frankenstein. Hello.
Oh God! So they start with basically a burial of somebody, right? I think.
Yep.
And then you see creeping up is Henry Frankenstein.
Yep.
Why isn't it pronounced Frodrick? It's Frederick. Put me on. Anyways, and his assistant Fritz, the hunchback.
Yep.
Not a Igor.
Not Igor.
But anyways, and they see them burying somebody, and then they come and dig up the grave afterwards. And I'm thinking to myself, they digging up the grave. How'd they get in there and in the hole and pull up the grave without the casket, without sitting on the casket?
Right.
Did they dig enough out there? Like stupid shit like that. My mind is thinking like,
I know. But again, 1931, like grave digging on screen is like kind of a novel idea.
Yeah, because everything about like you got all sorts of fucking Bible newborn shit fucking going on in this country.
Yep.
Don't forget you got fucking prohibition. You know how big idea is about God and religion during the 30s?
Exactly.
Late 20s?
Yep.
Holy fuck.
Yep.
And for them to get away with that, digging up a grave and they're fucking carrying the casket, and then they see somebody else fucking hanging.
That was so okay. I'm a huge horror fan guy, and some of the creepiest things in horror movies is when like a perfect shot can just really give you like chills. That's a perfect shot when you see them carrying that casket up that mountain road, and you just see the feet, the bottom of the body dangling from the thing.
Yeah, because it's like
it's just that's a
nobody
shot
wants to think of somebody hanging.
Exactly. Yeah.
Or before that, even when they were digging, do you see like the fucking skull and shit and bones hanging up behind them? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Who put that up there for Halloween? What is that?
Yeah, it looks like a spirit Halloween decoration.
Yeah,
It's like, what the hell is this?
Grand opening, grand closing.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Oh, they dig that fucking body up, and they're like, oh, his neck is broken. The brain is useless.
Yep.
So then they have to get a brain.
Oh, this is great.
Fritz goes in, and then that's when you see his basically Dr. Waldman is teaching a course to students.
Yep.
Talking about brains of the criminal mind and the murderer versus a normal brain.
How they look different. And
yeah. And so when he leaves, then Igor breaks in easily through a window.
Of course.
Grabs the good brain and drops it. And then grabs the abnormal brain. It was Abby something. Yeah. Abby something. Abby normal.
The criminal brain.
He's like, from Young Frank. I'm sorry, I'm going to be dropping these all the time. No. Abby normal. So you're telling me I put an abnormal brain into a 7.5 foot gorilla? That's the best. Abby normal. Anyways, and so they're giving you the imagery of Dr. Frankenstein being like possessed and obsessed with fucking creating life, and then they shoot off to his fiancée Elizabeth with some guy Dexter St. Jock, like, hey Elizabeth,
what do you think of this mustache? By the way, your fiancé is acting a little kooky.
Yeah. The ultimate fucking cock blocker in there trying to pick her up. It's like, well, I was wondering if you wanted me to come with you. Hey, how are you doing? And she's like saying like she's really worried about him and all this other stuff. And
because he's becoming obsessed with his work, and like he's kind of shutting everybody out.
And then so they go, and she mentions like we should grab Dr. Waldman. He knows about Henry's behavior. And so they grab Waldman, and Waldman tells them that he's obsessed with creating life.
Yep.
And a storm comes in, and they go to the castle, and they're knocking. And then Henry tells Igor, fucking Fritz guy,
Fritz.
hey, I mustn't be disturbed. And because he's working on trying to bring the monster to life, but he can't help it. But they open the door and they let them in, and they say, "You're acting crazy,
crazy, insane,
insane, crazy." What this boy talking about the telephone, man?
Explain it to him. Wrong movie. And then they go up and down those fucking stairs 200 times in this movie.
I think I saw at one point fucking Renfield fall down those stairs.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
As you called the worst acting fall
down ever. Yeah. Yeah.
On film. But anyways, they go and then Henry does the experiment, right?
Yep.
With the monster.
Yep.
And he pulls him up and the electricity, because the storm and stuff, and pulls him down and his fingers start moving.
Yeah.
And then the infamous scene where he's like, "It's Kiss alive!"
Yeah.
Live!
Exactly. And just that imagery. And again, you got to, I can't imagine what people in 1931 thought of this, because even watching this now and putting aside all the parodies and the Young Frankenstein, just looking at it for what it is, it's so well shot and framed, and it's like it's horrifying what he's doing.
Yeah.
And they do it so well and so creatively.
And just the theological and the mystery behind God, because Henry now says, "I know what it feels like to be God."
Exactly.
And then you're like, "Ooh, blasphemy! You shouldn't say shouldn't say things like that."
Yep. Yeah,
Sorry, that's another movie.
Yeah, and then Dr. Frankenstein realizes that the wrong brain has been put in here, so now all of a sudden the monster starts acting like a fucking criminal.
Yeah, well, that's the part where he says, "The brain," Waldman says, "the brain was from a criminal brain that was taken from my laboratory."
Yep. And then Dr. Frankenstein looks over his shoulder and is like, "That fucking idiot Fritz."
And so they're kind of trying to train the monster.
Yep.
And then when you first see the monster walk in the room and turn around, and just the direction and the cinematography and the light starts going on his face and the close up, and then the
close up,
silent movie fucking like real close up, and then his eyes, and he's like, it's almost like still frames, pictures and stuff. And it's just fantastic.
It still packs up that reveal still packs a fuking punch. He looks amazing.
I agree. Yeah. And so they're trying to train him, and then they realize that fire kind of frightens him.
Yep.
This is the part that I had to talk about. That fucker Fritz.
Oh God.
He's like, it reminds me of the fucking Borat skit. My brother Bilo.
Oh yeah.
My sister is in the cage. No, he's in a cage.
Yeah.
And my sister say, "You cannot get this. You cannot get this.
You cannot get this. You cannot get this."
And then one day he broke the cage and he got this.
Yep.
Like, he is for no reason tormenting the monster with the monster.
Whipping. Right? Then they stop whipping him.
Yeah, fucking with the monster.
Yep.
And so you kind of can tell where this is going to go.
Yeah.
And, the doctor is talking with Henry at some point, and then all of a sudden, and then you go up and you open up and they see Frankenstein has what? What happened to Fritz?
Fritz is dead. The dumb fuck pretty much killed himself by getting the wrong brain.
You will not get this. You will not get. Well, the monster got this.
Yeah.
And not only that, the monster hanged Fritz.
Yes, I know, which is kind of a little bit of a full circle moment when they saw the hanging body at the beginning of the movie.
Yes. Yep. And then they fucking try to drug the monster to tie him down.
Yep.
And they put a syringe and plunge it into his back. But they're and then Henry's like, "Oh, poor Fritz." But he tormented him. I think he's trying to rationalize it in his head.
Yep.
That Fritz was like, "Oh, he got what is coming to him because he was just being an idiot." So Henry collapses, And then the worst character of all time.
Who?
Henry's father.
Oh, yeah. The guy's awful. He's like Scrooge.
Yeah, it's just like, what is this?
Yeah. What the fuck are you guys? Hey, what the fuck are you guys doing here? Like
Bilbo was in the movie.
Bilbo Stein.
So they take Elizabeth and Henry's dad, take Henry out of there.
Yep.
And Waldman says, I'll get rid of the monster. Don't worry about it. Let me take care of it.
Yep.
And then Henry and Elizabeth plan for their wedding. And while Waldman, how stupid can you be?
Yep.
Is like listening to the heart or something.
Yep.
The monster is like waking up from the syringe shit, and he ends up choking the fuck out of him.
But you can see modern horror getting inspiration from that scene. Because how many horror movies have you seen, especially like a slasher movie, where like Michael Myers is dead, and then you see like the fingers moving, and you're like, oh, he's not dead, get out of the way. And that's exactly it. Like the dog, we see the monster's hands start to move, but obviously he doesn't. And then the monster chokes out Dr. Waldman.
And then the monster escapes.
And then it becomes fucking wild.
Oh.
Yep.
And then walks in like the wilderness, and he runs into a little girl named Maria.
Mm-hmm.
And it's so sad. This is the part that really gets me. Maria's kind to him. She's like, oh, you want to be my friend? And they were playing a game where they're throwing flowers into the water, and the flowers were floating.
Yep.
And the monster like threw his flowers in, enjoying it. And then he ran out of flowers, and you can see the acting. He's like looking at his hands, like, what would I throw in now?
What do I do now?
So he chucks Maria into the water.
Now think of that. That's fucking like unbelievable to show that. Like they don't even show nowadays in horror movies. They don't even show anything happening to children.
Yeah.
They showed Frankenstein killing a kid by throwing her in a lake.
Yeah. And then like splashing. And then Frankenstein realizes, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
And he runs off.
Brutal. That's fucking brutal.
The wedding is happening. There's all sorts of celebration.
Yep.
And then the little fucking her dad. This is a brutal scene.
For
looks like Ron Howard.
I mean, for 1931, the poor guy is marching through the streets, through the parades and celebration, holding his little girl's limp, dead body.
Yeah. Throughout the streets.
I mean,
and I'm like, I can't believe, like, even the simple things, like one of the socks is down. And one of them is up.
Yeah.
And her arm is just
flailing there. It's just,
And he's holding her and just walking. And he's got a stern look on his face. And then you can see, like, as the party's going on and all the celebration, wherever he starts walking by, everyone just stops.
Everyone's
like,
each group of people he passes stops what they're doing and is like, oh my God, what is this?
And then they go in front of whoever the leader is, whatever the fuck they call that.
That's the Burgermeister or whatever the fuck is that. His title really is Burgomaster.
Yeah, I think he's from Santa Claus Comes to Town. Everybody that does it will go and get thrown in the dungeon. Whoever plays with toys.
No toy maker for the king.
Yeah, exactly. That guy.
Yeah.
And so all of a sudden now, Henry, they shoot back to the wedding, before the wedding. Mm-hmm. And Elizabeth's like, I'm worried because Dr. Waldman's not here. And he's trying to calm her down. And then they hear like the monster, he's escaped. He must be in here.
Yeah.
And I wonder, like, how do the fucking people know about the monster? Would he tell everybody?
Well, exactly. Not to mention, it sounds like the monster has tried to just rip one the entire time. You hear this sound in the background. I'm like, did the monster just rip one at the wedding? Like, what just happened? It's like
chasing around, and the monster grabs Elizabeth while they were looking for it.
Yep.
And she passes out.
Yep.
And then they go through the streets, and they're like, "Oh, we got to catch her, the monster now," because they had killed the girl. And Frankenstein and everyone's leading the charge. This is the part where I'm like, how come everyone's like going, "Hey, motherfucker,
yeah,
that's your fault. My daughter's dead." They're like, "Yeah, let's go, Frankenstein. Where is this monster?"
Well, it's like
the
that
dad is like, "Where's Frankenstein? He's over there." Like Nobody cares.
It's like that joke where we say, "Motherfucker, it is you."
Yeah, exactly.
But then
Yes, it does smell like shit, doesn't it?
yeah.
I took a whiff and I looked over and go, motherfucker, that's you. Motherfucker, it is
It is
you.
But then it's like, but then you get the really first on-screen image of that cliched crowd with the torches. Like that mob that massive, that crazed mob mentality.
The village mob mentality.
The village mob. And that's
which
you
is
see it.
so true on everything, whether it be real in a protest, or whether it be online on social media. Fucking mob mentality. Everyone's fucking kill it. So they trying to find the monster. Frankenstein finds it. Frankenstein in a horrendous fight scene.
Dude, the sequencing of the fights it's like a slap fight. It's like, what do you got? Come on.
Yeah. And then when he knocks out Frankenstein, it's like with the worst wrestling move in forearm, I think. So he carries Frankenstein's limp body, his limp-wristed throwing style with him. And they go into that windmill.
The windmill.
And then they find him.
Yep.
And
great scene.
Frankenstein wakes up. The monster grabs him. I know it's supposed to be scary.
Yeah.
He goes to the edge of the windmill and he chucks his body, and the fucking Frankenstein hits one of the arms of the windmill.
Yeah,
and then goes, then falls down.
He like breaks his fall like on a windmill blade.
Yeah, because otherwise you probably would have been dead.
Yeah.
The crowd's like, let's take Frankenstein back. And then they like start lighting a torch to the windmill with Frankenstein in there. Dude, that was a panic attack, like for anybody that can imagine. It's fucking off the charts horror.
That's what I mean. This is like horror, because the imagery that they put it, because back then there was really no like sense of, well, we can't show this like they do now. It's like, I don't know if we could show, but like 1931, you're throwing a guy out of a windmill, you're lighting a windmill on fire,
burning him on fire,
burning him alive. Yeah, I mean it's intense. It's fucking wild. And the shot is so, and it looks so cool when they do like the long
back shot,
the long distance shot of it, kind of looking up the mountain with in flames and everything.
And then Frankenstein falls underneath a big
door.
Yeah, but he gets caught when part of the building falls on him.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden you see the fire, and it's like, he must have perished in there.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Or did he?
Right. And then you go to this really awkward scene where all the little servant waitresses ladies show up and they're like, hello, we have a drink for Mr. Frankenstein.
Yeah, and the annoying dad comes out and has it and says a couple comments, and that's the end.
That's it. Yeah, I love how these movies, they don't know how to do an ending. Dracula was the same way. Yeah. It's like dun dun dun, the end. Like, whoa, okay, I get it.
But a couple things like come to mind. That scene where, like, I'm sorry, you look at it as like, Frankenstein did the monster. Excuse me, I shouldn't say Frankenstein. In the movie, he's called the monster.
Yeah,
he didn't mean anything. He didn't do anything. Like he wasn't.
Exactly.
He didn't know better. He didn't mean to hurt the little girl. He didn't mean to hurt Fritz, but Fritz was tormenting him, right? And he just wanted to live and move around, and everyone's torturing him. And then they fucking catch him, and he's so petrified with fire, and they're like, you feel bad for the monster.
Well, that's what I was just going to say.
You don't look at it, it's like, yeah, they got him.
That's the genius of the movie, is that it makes you feel something. It makes you feel conflicted. Because at first you're like, this is fucking horrible that he's literally creating a body from parts of bodies. It's not like he resurrected a dead person.
Yeah.
He put together a body. Mm-hmm. The body runs amok, kills a girl, does all these crazy things, like choking out his fiance. They kill him. And your reaction is like, well, what the fuck? But I think that's the whole point of the story, is that
Yep.
Like it's like you're not, it's not that you're cheering on the monster, but you're kind of like, this guy didn't deserve this. No one asked him to be made alive, because he's not even a human. He's put together. and then you kill him because of what you did to him.
Yeah.
It's wild. It's wild.
Yeah, exactly. I just find it, there's so many themes to this.
Yep.
Again, Dracula the story has a lot of themes, but the movie didn't show a lot of those.
The movie does. Dracula's much more subtle.
Yeah, the hubris of this person trying to be God. Yeah, like, exactly. I'm going to fucking do this. And the like obsession that he had to do it. Yep. And then you have the innocent monster who doesn't know any better. Is he really a criminal? Does he not know what he's doing?
Does he not know what he's doing?
To blame, right?
Right.
And then the mob mentality of fucking, let's fucking kill it.
And it's funny because one of the scenes involving that young girl when he's playing with the flowers, the monster has a reaction of a smile. He's feeling, he's feeling something.
Love.
He feels love. He feels like a bit of, I don't know, enjoyment or happiness or some freedom, maybe. And he doesn't kill the girl because he's like a criminal. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, exactly. And it's almost like a dog that's not trained right.
Yep.
Would if he was trained correctly, wouldn't be doing things like that.
Yeah.
And so you have that. You have the mob mentality. Just
the open-ended thing that's kind of funny, and you mentioned it, is that everyone's checking on Dr. Frankenstein to make sure he's okay. Dude, this is all your fault.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I don't get it.
Like, nobody knows that? I mean,
in this movie, like, even in Young Frankenstein, the mob went after fucking Frankenstein, the doctor.
Exactly.
Like, you did this.
You did this. Right.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know. It's wild.
And at that end, when they went to go get him at his castle in Young Frankenstein, and just who are you to yell at these people? I am the monster. And the guy goes, yes, you are the monster.
You are.
Yeah. Oh, man, I fucking love that movie.
Yeah.
But anyway,
this
has got so many themes. The movie was a huge success, like Dracula was.
Yep.
It's like made every like critics thing about, horror genres, movie genres, monster villains, movie villains and stuff. Yep. And it's legendary for a reason. And then of all the movies, this one, I mean, all of the main Universal monster characters, this one has the best sequel by far.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God, yeah.
Bride of Frankenstein,
and there's a reason why the sequel is the most famous, because it's the best. Yeah.
And the Bride of Frankenstein is great. So I have the Legacy collection, which has of all these horror characters.
Yep.
And this one has like 5 or 6 movies on it, including Bride of Frankenstein. So we'll probably get to that at some point. But these movies are just so much fun to get into. And this one specifically leaves you thinking, it hits a mark after all these years, a 1931 movie.
Yep.
So anyways, till next time, peace out, Girl Scout. Oh, you over here? Yeah, I'm over here now.
Zeus, it's me. I want to end the show now.
Jesus Christ, Tom. Jesus Christ. Let's end the show now while we got the muscle.